I honestly thought that it was gonna solve all my problems. But I've always had belly fat. I've always struggled with my belly. So even after losing all that weight, after putting on muscle, I do still have belly fat. I've been looking into Ozempic, and from what I can see, there's some terrible news for those looking to use it to lose weight. Kyle and I have lost 130 pounds naturally, and we've kept it off for over 9 years, but we're not doctors, so don't listen to us. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Lots of people are using Ozempic for weight loss right now, and it's working really well. People are dropping weight really fast, but the problem is when you lose fat really quickly, you also lose muscle. It also lowers your bone density, it reduces your resting metabolic rate, and you also lose strength and stamina. And this doesn't just go for weight loss with Ozempic. This goes for rapid weight loss from anything. So any method you use, a crash diet, any sort of prescription, weight loss thing, whatever it is, any fast weight loss, this will happen. Rapid weight loss sounds really appealing, but you can possibly get a lot more loose skin, because when you lose fat really quickly, as you lose muscle, you are left with flappy, loose skin because you don't have any muscle to fill out that skin. And so you end up looking flappy and saggy. And I know this because I struggled with weight my entire life, and I was so desperate to lose it. Like, I tried every method for fast weight loss possible. And all of the fast methods work. You do lose weight quickly, but it's not sustainable. The biggest nightmare that I caused for myself was when I decided to take prescription diet pills from the doctor. I was so desperate, I went to the doctor and I was prescribed these pills. These pills, what they did was, when you took them, anytime you ate anything with fat in them, it leaked out your okay, like, I'm not lying. And he told me this straight up. And I was so desperate, I took the pills. I was in college. Imagine doing, classes in a room full of people, and you realize you ate Taco Bell for lunch and it's now leaking out all over the back of your pants. And having to ask a friend, like, do you have a sweater? Like, I have to cover this up fast. This happened the whole time I was in college, and we were on a field trip at a place full of a lot of people, and it started happening again. But I was so desperate to lose weight, I was willing to try anything. The problem is that wasn't sustainable, and it was really embarrassing. So I decided to stop that. And the other thing is, when you lose it really fast and you start losing muscle, muscle is so important. The more muscle that you have, it increases your metabolic rate, which means you can eat more while not gaining weight. Also, you burn more calories at rest. So if you lose muscle, you're not really gonna have any meaning you're gonna just be lying around all day, have no energy to do anything. You're not gonna have any muscle to help you burn calories faster. And eventually, weight loss does hit a plateau, it does slow down. So if you're depending on only one thing, like a magic pill or prescription medication or whatever to help you lose the weight, what are you gonna do when you haven't done your homework, meaning you don't know how to eat less, you haven't dealt with underlying reasons why you use food in the first place, and it slows down and you got nothing left. So I eventually realized taking that method wasn't gonna work. It's also, and the same with Kyle, and it's also why we chose not to get any sort of weight loss surgery to help us lose the weight, because we both had serious issues with emotional eating. So it wouldn't matter if our stomachs were shrunk through surgery. We ate when we weren't hungry because we were eating to numb emotions. We weren't eating for hunger. Sometimes we were, but most of the time it was for emotional reasons. So the surgery wouldn't have helped that. We would have ate past fullness all the time and still gained weight. So we realized we needed to choose a method that we could lose the weight slow and steady and be consistent with it, so that while we were losing the weight, we could actually work on the deeper reasons why we kept gaining the weight in the first place. Because without that, we were going to continue on this never-ending cycle of fast weight loss, all heck breaking loose with emotional eating, and then trying to do it all over again. So when you choose something like Ozempic or you do a crash diet, going on a crash diet, really very few calories, you end up with no energy, losing it way too fast, and then you have no energy to do the cardio or to be consistent with your diet or to be consistent, period, with any lifestyle change. So what we found worked for us was 1 to 2 pounds a week. That was like the sweet spot where, you know, once we started, we had so much weight to lose. We did lose our first 50 pounds in 3 months, but as we were consistent with eating in a calorie deficit, it did slow down to a steady 1 to 2 pounds week, which is how we were able to get it off and keep it off because it was sustainable. And also, as we lost the majority of our weight, we then had enough energy and were able to build muscle in order to fill out the loose skin that we were getting. And because we chose a slow method, we didn't have as much loose skin as we could have, and then building the muscle actually helped us fill out some of the loose skin to give the appearance of a tighter, more toned, like fit physique. So if you're an emotional eater and you're trying to lose weight really quickly by doing like crash diets or, you know, taking something or whatever, chances are you're not going to be eating proper nutrients, meaning a balanced diet either, because most crash diets and things like that require you to take away food groups. So what'll happen, from my experience as an emotional eater, the rebound with the emotional eating is going to make it incredibly hard for you to get back on track, because what happens is you're not eating enough nutrients, you're drastically reducing your calories, you end up starving, but also because you're depriving yourself, the emotions are kicking in, so then pop, all heck breaks loose, your emotional eating gets out of control, and then to get back on track after that sometimes it took me a full year of struggling to get back on track because I wasn't fueling my body properly. If you love cookies, but you take them away for a long time, and then all of a sudden you break down because you've been depriving yourself, and like if you tell yourself not to have something, in reality, eventually you're gonna feel deprived, you're gonna break, you're gonna have a cookie. Well, what happens is when you taste that cookie for the first time, dopamine comes in and it hits you with this, whoa, I need it. And then you won't be able to stop. Where once we figured that out, we kept treats in, but we portioned them out and we lost the weight with the portion control. Then we didn't feel deprived. We were able to eat a consistent diet because we were eating a balance, so our nutrients were taken care of. We also included treats in that balance. So we didn't feel deprived and we weren't underfeeding ourselves, but we were eating in a slight deficit to get us the results, the slow, steady results, so that we could do it and actually sustain it. And the thing is, if you're morbidly obese and you need to take something like Ozempic to save your life, or you want to try it, you got to do what you need to do for yourself. But you have to realize, if you are an emotional eater and you are trying to do something, take something that makes you lose weight without doing your homework, meaning you don't teach yourself how to eat a little bit less, you just rely on something else like Ozempic, or you don't deal with the emotional eating things, you're not going to be able to sustain it. You can't rely on a quick fix like that. It might help you get started, but you still have to do the homework, because if you don't, when that weight loss slows down, you're going to have no skills to fall back on to help you keep going. Weight loss isn't like linear, and it's not a quick, I lose the weight and it's over. You have to be on it all the time. Kyle and I every day have to make sure that we're on top of it, doing our cardio, measuring out our food. It's how we got and keep the weight off. If you rely on something else, you're not going to have anything to help you keep doing that. So if you try those things, you have to realize somewhere at some point, you still have to figure out how to do it on your own. So here's the reality. I've lost 130 pounds I've kept it off for over 9 years now. I'm gonna be 41 soon, and I'm in the best shape of my life. But when I started losing weight, I honestly thought that it was gonna solve all my problems. But I've always had belly fat. I've always struggled with my belly. So even after losing all that weight, after putting on muscle, I do still have belly fat. I also, have loose skin, and I also have PCOS, which is a hormone issue that causes you to hold on to belly fat. So that's a trouble spot I'm always gonna have trouble with. So if you think that you've got trouble areas and you can just take something like Ozempic and it will magically make it go away, it doesn't. Your trouble spot is always gonna be trouble. You can improve it. I've massively flattened my stomach with the weight loss, but it's never gonna go away. You're never gonna get a perfect body. And especially if you choose a method to lose it very quickly, like keep in mind, this is a loose skin of somebody who took 2 years to lose 130 pounds. I lost it slow and steady. If you were to lose it, say in 6 months, you would have way more loose skin. And I get compliments all the time like, I don't even see your loose skin. Where is it? If you wear high-waisted pants, you can't really even tell. And I have put on enough muscle where it doesn't really look like that much. But if you were to lose it very, very fast, it would look like a lot. I lost my weight with portion control. Like I said, I've been able to keep it off over 9 years like that. If you want to know the exact meals and portions that I ate to lose the weight, you can buy my weight loss ebook called The First 50. The link's down below, and code Nicole will save you 10% off. Also, if you're looking for a great protein lowers your hunger hormone ghrelin, so it helps you feel fuller longer, which it's normal to be hungry when you're eating in a calorie deficit to lose weight, so protein's really important to help you with that. This is HTLT Steps. They have the best tasting protein powder ever, and since it's summer, if you're looking for an amazing summer flavor, s'mores is it. I put a scoop of this in my protein ice cream or a scoop in plain Greek yogurt, and I top it with a tablespoon of mini marshmallows, a teaspoon of milk chocolate chips, and a sheet of crushed graham crackers. It is such a good s'mores dessert, high protein. So code Nicole will save you 15% off, and the link is down below. If you love chocolate or s'mores, you have to try this. This really satisfies my chocolate cravings. Weight loss should never be a punishment. Doing it fast sounds appealing, but it's not sustainable. So find something that you love that you can actually keep going for a long period of time. You want it to be a lifestyle change, something that you can do forever so that you don't end up losing it really fast and then having nowhere to go. Watch this vid and this vid for more fun, sustainable weight loss tips, because Sass and I are real friends losing weight in the real world, and we did it naturally. Thank you for watching. Appreciate your support, cutie. I will catch you in the next vid, sweetheart. Pizza. The Olympics is going on right now, and I'm gonna enter and be a hula hoop Olympicser. Watch this. Put my hula hoop on.
Do they have hula hoops?
They do now. Watch. Whoa. Gold medalist here. Oh, dropped it. Oh, went down to silver.
I'll tell you one thing, those hips don't lie.
Nope, they don't, and they're cute. Love you, bye.
See ya.
Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here, heart and mindset. Fight through it, you can do it.